Hebrews chapter 10, verse 25, do not forsake the assembling of the saints, especially as you see the day drawing nearer. And in other words, as we get closer to the second coming of Jesus, there will be a temptation not to gather because of persecution, because of hardship. And I felt like we were going through this persecution. And especially in this nation, I mean, if we're in China, if we're in some totalitarian country, it's understandable. But we're a democratic republic. It's about we the people. He didn't have the legal right to do it. And I felt like he was discriminating because he was arbitrary, allowing abortion clinics to be open, marijuana dispensaries to be open. They're essential. A strip club in San Diego was essential. Casinos were essential. Of course, Costco and the major corporations that he was in alignment with, they were essential. But these small businesses were shut down. Restaurants were shut down. We lost 18,000 businesses in 2020. And the church was shut down. I mean, he opened it up in the early stages for a few weeks. But even there, he said, no singing, no chanting.
Yeah.
Not that we chant, but we do sing. And again, the state is not to interfere with a free exercise by even micromanaging that we're not to worship
outside of the church, outdoors. That's what he was saying.
Yes, well, he was saying that you could meet outdoors under certain conditions. So he was saying, you have to wear a mask. There has to be social distancing. There has to be social distancing. So again, he was micromanaging the church, which he has really no jurisdiction of. Because that's what it means, separation of church and state. It doesn't mean that we can't be involved in the state. It means the state is not to interfere with the church.
You actually, I was watching earlier this morning, one of your videos, you brought up a good point where you actually let out the lower level criminals from California jails because of overcrowding.
Right.
Because of social distancing.
Right.
And totally just logic-wise, simply logic-wise, makes zero sense. How can you let out people who have been convicted of crime? It doesn't matter, low, high.
Right.
For the reason of, having too many people at one place and letting them out and then not allowing people to actually congregate and praise Jesus,
Well, not only that, but he wanted to arrest law-abiding citizens who pay their taxes. They have no criminal background. And so we have come to what the Bible says in Isaiah 5:20, woe to those who call evil good, good evil. So we're the bad guys because we want to meet and worship. And he's a good guy letting out prisoners because of COVID crowdedness, and I'm the one that's compassionate. I'm the one with the common sense. When in reality, he swore in the Bible to uphold the Constitution